Hello, look at the Irish. That's not Irish accent at all. I don't know how to do an Irish accent. More green things. I've never had a good tasting green smoothie. I have one every morning, but it's so gross. I have to water it down a ton and like literally hold my nose and chug it down just to get the nutrients in. So this is one they say tastes good. Doesn't make me want to puke. I literally gag at the ones I make every morning. Roger Hedgecock says that this is a progressive weapon to condition people to get used to eating weeds. So if you drink this, you turn into a liberal Democrat.
Here's what I eat.
Oh!
Just a little donut. Dude, that's my donut, bro.
Yeah. Top off a green smoothie with a donut. Delicious. All right, before we get started, it's a good donut. Check this out. Look at that. Gosh, this thing, I can't. Big Hero 7. That's Miles and me. He's like a fat Michelin man. All right, serious business now. Imagine if someone came to you and they confided. And they said, I have been sexually abused. And you said to them, wow, thank you for sharing. And I got to tell you, I know how you feel. A few nights ago, I woke up in the middle of the night and I stubbed my toe. And man, it hurt. Right on the corner of the bed, too. You know, I can relate to your pain. That would be wildly insulting, right? Imagine if someone came to you and said, you know, I'm having a really tough time today. My father just passed away. And you said, man, I've been there. When I was 7, I walked into my bedroom and I saw Cheez-It and Aquabob SquarePants belly up. They were my favorite goldfish. Loved those two goldfish. I know how you feel about your father. Like, couldn't be more inappropriate. I share this because I don't know why the left feels like bashing America is a prerequisite to having a conversation on legitimate world issues. Let me back it up. Everyone's talking about Hillary's secret emails, right? You've heard enough about that. But I'm watching her press conference at the UN thinking, what's she doing at the UN? Here's what. The Clinton Foundation has a program called No Ceilings. And their slogan is not there yet. Talking about women's inequality around the world, which is fine. But it has to be terribly insulting to the world to have Hillary Clinton get up there and say that 1.4 million girls are killed every year. That's 1 million girls in China, India alone, just because they're girls. Like baby girls killed every year, 1.4 million. And to go to the world and say, hey, this is happening, but listen, world, we know how you feel. Because here in America, women only earn 59% of bachelor degrees and 51% of doctorates. What? 25% of girls in the world are married before the age of 18. 25%. 2/3 of women around the world are illiterate, and in some countries, women aren't allowed to drive. And we're trying to, relate by talking about how women in Hollywood are paid less than men? Are you kidding me? We should be talking about genuine progress that we've made in America and using us as a shining example to the world. Instead, we should be talking about the genuine progress we've made in America and using us as a shining example to the world, not stoning ourselves when there are women who are actually stoned around the world. All right, that's the important story. Now we got our smart story of the day, and we wrap up with our feel-good story. By the way, we call this Here's What's Up. My name is Mike Slater. Thanks for being here. What percentage of Americans do you think are gay? Throw a number out there. Right? What percentage of males in America do you think are gay? You ask someone who, in San Francisco, they'll be like, 70% of guys are gay. I would have guessed 20%, right? You look at all the gay kissing scenes on TV, from The Walking Dead to the Fosters on ABC Family having two 13-year-olds kiss. Why? Honestly, who are you trying to appeal to? The 70% of males in America who are gay? No, because the number of men who are gay in America is 1.8%. That's a pretty niche market. So why are you doing it? Really, why? It's 1.8%. You can't prove to me that, we really want to appeal to that last 1.8% of people who aren't watching our show. What are you talking about? Who are you appealing to? Oh, by the way, Wesleyan University, they now offer a safe house, which we used to call a dorm building, for LGBT, TQQ, FG, PB, DSM students. It started out LGBT a couple years back, and somewhere along the line, Q got tacked on at the end, and now it is game on.
I'd like to buy a vowel A. 1A.
Here, let me. Bing. That spells a bad word right in the middle of the thing. Love this story. This is from the great Steve Hartman. It's worth 3 minutes of your day. We put it in a link to it in the description section below. Please watch the whole video. You will cry. Here's the moral of the story. When we say, you can change the world, people get intimidated by that. Right? That sounds like an impossibly daunting task. And then instead we just do nothing. But there isn't just one world. There's 7 billion understandings of it. And you are supremely qualified to change that one person's world and thereby changing the whole world. Look at what these 2 men just did with a shovel for another man.
He was in his car.
He was in his car, and the snowbank was there.
Did you know what he was doing there?
Kind of put it together.
It took us both back a little bit, thinking, my gosh, his devotion is that strong that he still comes when he can't make it to the bench even.
And we hear this all the time, like, oh, but I'm just a waiter, I'm just a bus driver, I'm just a farmer, I'm just. Well, Jared and Kevin are just maintenance men at a local park in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and they changed someone's world. Their full story again in the description below. Click it, and also click here, and here, and here for our radio show, for last week's episode, and for our app, Liberty Tree.